I'm bored, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. This past November, I quit my job due to burnout. For the past 6 months, I've been slowing down and taking a step back to figure out what I want. What do I want in life? What do I want to do next? What does success mean to me? These questions have been on my mind since even before I quit my job. I was working as a professional interior designer, working for a larger firm, and my life had become a blur, moving so fast and filled with nothing that was giving me joy. I was living my life for others and watching as my own life passed me by. I was stressed and unhappy, and it was showing up physically in my body. I had taken the path to what I thought was success, to find the dream job. I graduated with a degree in interior design and dove straight into my career. I was told the faster you get a job, the better. Don't have any gaps in your resume, aim for the best. So I chased that success, eager to get ahead in my career. Several jobs later, I've experienced multiple cycles of burnout, stayed at toxic jobs for far too long, and struggled to find the dream job. To me, the dream job was the one I'd been told about my whole life. It's one that you're passionate about, fulfills you, and pays really well. In my journey to find the dream job, I got lost along the way. I prioritized the dream job over my own needs, and I suffered. I got caught up in the system, felt like a cog in the machine, a machine that constantly demanded more of my time, more efficiency, more productivity, faster, and more. There is no space for me, and I burned out. So I quit. With some savings and no backup plan, I quit, just knowing I needed change. And that brings me to now. 6 months after quitting my job, I'm still recovering from burnout and trying to figure out what I want and what my next steps are. But after spending the past few months getting my life back in order and crossing tasks off my to-do list that I've been putting off for months, if not years, things like taking care of my car, making doctor's appointments, organizing my apartment, painting art, something started to change. I was bored. I hadn't been truly bored in years. There'd been nights after work when I'd scrolled on my phone mindlessly for hours, bored, but not having the energy to do anything else. But this kind of bored is different. I'm starting to have energy to do things again, but I don't know where to direct that energy. I try hard not to spend too much time scrolling on my phone or doing things that leave me feeling empty. So instead, I pace around my apartment, looking for something to catch my interest and inspire me. Or I'll exercise, not knowing what else to do. Other days, I sit on the couch, just staring out the window, or cuddling my pet rabbit. I let my mind wander. I try not to judge the thoughts that come up, and I try not to dwell on fears, but instead, I try to follow the thoughts that give me joy and inspiration. As I sit with my boredom, I start to feel inspired to do more things that bring me joy. I feel like as adults, we rarely have time to sit and do nothing. We go straight from school to the real world and often are eager to hurry and rush to reach our goals. We don't take the time to reflect, the time to be bored. I remember as a kid and teenager having times where I felt really bored, like so bored it almost hurt. I would feel lost and restless and not sure what to do. It was in these moments when I hit rock bottom of boredom that ideas started to come out. I would start to feel the desire to create my way out of boredom, and I would find creative ways to do so. I would write stories and illustrate them, draw the floor plans to my dream home, mix potions, or build a fort. I would dabble in new computer programs like SketchUp and Photoshop. One time, I even tried to learn a new language, and even though I didn't get very far, I still know a few words in Japanese. Ginko doko desu ka? I didn't overthink what I chose to do. I didn't wonder how it could make me money down the road or lead to my dream job. I didn't worry if it was a waste of time. I just did it because doing anything was better than being bored. Through this bored exploration, I discovered new passions and hobbies, learned new things, and viewed the world with curiosity. And if I got tired of whatever it was I was doing, I would move on. I didn't feel like a failure for moving on or jumping around different hobbies. I didn't feel bad if it never amounted to anything. If anything, I felt good that I had tried something new and learned something about myself along the way. And now I look back on when I was younger with admiration for my past self, that I was able to jump into trying new things without any previous experience, no expectations, and I thought nothing of it. I did things for the joy of doing them. So when did it become that everything I did had to be for a monetary goal? When did my time become so commodified that I dreaded time itself? Time became my enemy. The clock felt like it worked against me, and I felt anxious about wasting time. Except all we have in life is time. And so I dreaded life. I dreaded waking up in the morning and feeling like my time was not my own. It feels like our society puts so much importance on productivity. Just do a quick search on YouTube for productivity and you'll come up with hundreds of videos with tips and tricks on how to be more productive. Like, productive is the most important thing we can be in life. Important to who, though? And at what cost to us? And I know that my being able to take time off work and figure out what I want comes from a place of privilege. Not all people have the luxury of time, the luxury to recover from burnout. A lot are struggling to pay the bills or have families to support. It's upsetting that this is our reality. Imagine if everyone was able to pursue the things that they felt inspired by. What would that world look like? I truly believe that if people had the time and resources to pursue their interests without having to worry about money or where their next meal is coming from or how they're going to pay rent, I truly believe that the energy people would have would lead to more good in the world and more innovation than our current capitalist system allows. I don't believe that people are lazy at their core. I believe that people have a desire to find meaning and purpose in their life and contribute to the world in a meaningful way. How many great ideas never came to be because someone was struggling just to survive? Being unemployed with limited savings, my days feel numbered. Time, once again, can start to feel like my enemy. Like I'm running out of time to find the dream job. Like I need to be more productive. But then I catch myself. I've been here before. Seeking the dream job, feeling like it won't get any better than this, like I have to push through and I have no choice but to be productive, hoping it gets better. But I do have a choice. My next job doesn't have to be my dream job. I can find a job that fits into my new priorities, whatever those may be. Or I can find something temporary until I figure out what it is that I want. I don't have to go back to interior design. Or I can. I don't know what I want yet. But that's why I've been leaning into my boredom, embracing its emptiness, and what can grow from that space. I'm not rushing to figure things out, but allowing myself to explore in my own time, enjoying the process as I go, and seeing where my inspiration will lead me. Thank you for listening to my thoughts and what's been on my mind lately. I plan on using this YouTube channel to explore my interests that come out of boredom and documenting the process along the way, hopefully finding a community here as I do so. If any of this video resonated with you, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you, and like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.